name is Dave Calendine, chairman of the American Theater Organ Society. I'm coming to you today from the Redford Theater, home of the Motor City Theater Organ Society, a chapter of the American Theater Organ Society. I have a few items to discuss with this update. Let's go ahead and get started. Does your chapter do public concerts? If it does your chapter file the proper ASCAP information with our membership chair? If not, you could be spelling disaster for your chapter. ASCAP reports are necessary for any public concert, and failure to file them could result in tens of thousands of dollars in fines and court costs. This is something that could easily be avoided. All chapters of ATOS can file their concert information with our membership chair, Donna Parker. She will then file all necessary paperwork, and ATOS will take care of the fees associated with that. This is one major benefit that chapters have, is the ability to have their paperwork and fees taken care of by ATOS. If your chapter does not do this, make sure they start as soon as possible. More information on what is needed can be easily obtained by contacting Donna Parker at d.parker@atos.org. We will soon be seeking candidates for the board of directors. This means that we need skilled, knowledgeable, business-minded individuals for the board of directors. We need to run ATOS like a business, and we need business-minded people on the board. More information regarding nominations for the next election are in the journal, as well as on ATOS's website. You have probably noticed that each of my video updates ends with a calendar of events. Also, in each issue of the Theater Organ Journal, events are listed there in the Around the Circuit section. These events all come from the listing on the ATOS website. If you don't see one of your chapter events listed, that is because no one submitted that information on our website. Submitting events is an easy task. Let's take a quick walkthrough to show you how. First, let's get to the listing. Go to our website, www.atos.org. On the navigation bar at the top, click on Hear and See. On the next page is a list of the links on the left side of the page. Click on Upcoming Events Calendar. This brings up the listing of upcoming events, which is where the listing at the end of this video update comes from. On the left is a section headed by Submit Your Event. Click on Add Your Theater Organ Event to our database. Here, you fill in the form with information regarding the event. At the bottom, after all fields are filled, you click on Save. The event you just submitted is then sent to our web team where they verify the information, then add it to the listing, a process which takes about 12 hours. Once it is verified, the event will be listed on the site and ultimately on the end of the video updates, as well as in the next journal. Filling this form out for each event that your chapter does ensures that it is listed online so that others can see and hopefully attend your event. It's time to mark your calendar for next year's convention in Rochester, New York. The Rochester Theater Organ Society has been hard at work making all the plans for hosting ATOS's convention, and we are excited about the organs, the organists, and all the other things that they have in store for the convention. Join us in Rochester from Sunday, June 30th through Thursday, July 4th, 2019. Stick around for the Afterglow on Friday, July 5th for even more fun. More information on the 2019 convention will be out over the next couple of months. One of my main goals is to bring ATOS in line for a strong future, which to me means making ATOS more of a performing arts organization and not just a club. We can still have the fun of having meetings and socials, but we really need to focus more on the art of the theater organ. This doesn't include just the playing, but the maintenance and presentation of the organ as well. The theater is an amazing instrument, and we are lucky to have the ones that are out there that still play. We are even more lucky if those organs are installed in a movie palace. We need to make sure that we treat the organ and the theater with high respect. These theaters are likely very busy with other events. Hopefully, some of those events let the organ be used as part of them, be it before the event for pre-show music, during intermission, or perhaps even as a part of the show itself. Either way, we need to make sure that we respect all workers involved with the theater and the organ. Bear in mind, the organ is probably not a moneymaker for them, and if the group that uses the organ treats people rudely or acts inappropriately with regard to how they treat people, the theater could lose all interest in having the organ. This is completely opposite of what we need to have happen. We need to be thankful for the theater management in letting the organ be installed and used. Being rude and demanding that the organ be used will get the chapter and ATOS nowhere. Let's all work towards building better relationships with the organ crews, chapters, and theater management. By working together, I'm sure that we can develop great relationships and great partnerships with the theater and the organs. I also believe that we need to branch out into music that is presented before an audience. And yes, I am just as guilty in this regard, and I'm working on correcting it. There are a lot of great songs out there that we have played on the organ, but believe it or not, there is some music out there that today's generation would know that would also fit on the theater organ. If we want to get newer people involved with the organ, then we need to start thinking about the music that is out there today. Believe me, not everything out there today would work on the organ, but there is quite a bit that would work. Think outside the box sometime and see what music from this decade you could be adding to your repertoire. You may even start to like it just as much as the good old standards that we are prone to play today. One big thing that is needing major attention is the fact that we need to let others join work crews so that they can learn the ins and outs and the do's and don'ts of working on a theater pipe organ. Too often, if someone is working on an organ and someone wants to learn, they are thrown out. I know of a few people that have left the organization in disgust after they were shooed away after they showed interest in learning more about the inner workings of a theater organ. How can we expect to survive if we don't let others in and show them how things work and how to fix things? If we don't start teaching others about the maintenance and restoration of theater organ chest and other components, then we might as well fold up the shop and call it quits. It is now time to stop this horrible practice of selfishness and start letting others in that want to help with the organ. I encourage each chapter to have a work day and discuss the part of the organ, its working, and how to work on it. If you have an old chest that needs work, have work sessions to show others how it works. Get a crew together to re-leather the inner workings of a chest. This helps build excitement that they have an important part in keeping the theater organ alive and well for future generations. I can't encourage this enough. Please don't just push people away. We may never have a chance to get them back, and that is a crime. There are other projects that are in the works. The Bylaws Committee is meeting regularly to develop new bylaws to bring ATOS in line for a better and stronger future. Our IT team is implementing the necessary changes and improvements to our website structure so that the ATOS app will work with it, as well as enabling member-oriented content. These exciting changes will be unveiled once they are done doing all of their programming and testing. Planning is also underway for next year's Summer Youth Adventure, which will take place once again in the Atlanta area. More on these projects, as well as others, will be updated both here and on the website and in the journal. Well, folks, that's it for now. If there are any programs that ATOS has that you would like to see featured on a future video update, please let me know. I am doing these updates to keep you informed of what is happening with ATOS and want to make these updates as informative as possible. I'd like to hear your thoughts on this update, as well as anything else related to ATOS. If you have any questions, comments or concerns, compliments or complaints, I want to hear them. My email address is simply chairman@atos.org. I look forward to hearing from you. And now, as with the end of each Chairman Update, here is a listing of various theater organ programs that we have been notified about. As we enter this busy holiday season, I would like to take the time to wish you the best of the holiday season and hope that you get to add some wonderful theater organ music for your holidays. Until the next time, take care, have a great day.